Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah, nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een, wa man tamassaka bi sunnatihi ila yawmiddin. Thumma amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah ala ni'matil Islam wa sunnah. All praise and thanks belong to Allah for guiding us to Islam and for guiding us to the sunnah. You know, it is very important that we define what our why is, right? So if I were to ask you, what's your why? Would you have an adequate answer? And inshallah ta'ala, we'll see what I come to mean by that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in his noble book, he says, Innal abrara lafi na'im. And verily, those who are victorious, those who are successful, they will be in bliss. Those believers, those who are victorious in the next world, they will be in bliss, meaning they will be inside of the Jannah. وَإِنَّ الْفُجَّارَ لَفِي جَحِيمٍ. And that verily the wicked, the evil, the criminals, they will be inside of the blazing fire. They will be inside of the blazing fire. This is the reality. In the next world, a person will either be inside of the Jannah or they'll be inside of the fire. There are only two options. There's no third choice. Either they will be forever in the Jannah ultimately, or forever in the hellfire ultimately. So, what's your why? What's your why? Now, you know, in business and in entrepreneurship, it is often suggested that an individual define their why. Your why is your reason and your motivation behind your striving, behind your hustle. In other words, the why is the fuel for your hustle. So, for example, for an individual who wants to be an entrepreneur, their why may be because they want freedom of schedule. They don't want to be locked down to a specific schedule, but they want the freedom to start their day when they want, to arrange their day as they want, to take a day off when they want, right? They want freedom of schedule. So this is one of their why. This is one of their motivations why they want to get out from the 9 to 5, right? Another part of their why may be because they love to travel. So they want to be able to have a job that is not geo-specific. So they could handle their business from anywhere in the world, and that job will be one where it generates a certain amount of income, where it provides for them the resources that they can travel, right? So all of this could be behind why they want to be an entrepreneur. This is their why, or why they're searching after entrepreneurship and to be self-employed. When it comes to the next world, when it comes to our ultimate goals, because everything that was aforementioned, and these are goals of the dunya. These are things that a person, they may want, they desire here in this dunya. They don't want to be under a boss. They want to be their own boss, right? They don't want to be one who is subjected to other people's policies, but they want to be one who writes policies, right? So on and so forth, right? So this is their why. And when it comes to the dunya and these things, is easily understood. So therefore, that's going to be the fuel behind their hustle. That's going to be the fuel behind their putting in the hours. That's going to be the fuel behind them striving, picking up new skill sets, so on and so forth, learning and advancing themselves in their particular fields so that they may be their own boss, have their own business, right? This is their why. And it makes sense. I get it. But when it comes to the Jannah, when it comes to striving, firstly, what do you want? Do you want to go to Jannah, or do you want to go to the fire? Do you want to be of those whom Allah Ta'ala says, Innal abrara lafi na'im, that verily those who are successful, those who are victorious, they will be inside of bliss? Do you want to be from that group, or do you want to be from the other group? Or innal fujjara lafi jahim, do you want to be from those who, the wicked ones, who will be inside of the blazing fire? What do you want? And once you have figured it out, which of these two you are looking for, Then I ask you, what is your why? What is your why? Have you defined it? What is your why? Now, of course, in order to be able to develop and define your why, you have to have insight and knowledge on what it is you're looking for. You have to have clearly defined goals, meaning that what person can't just say, oh, I just want to go to heaven. Yeah, of course, everybody wants to go to heaven. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Qur'an, he gives us descriptions of Jannah, descriptions of heaven. Why? As an encouragement, so that this is our why. We want to go to Jannah because we want to enjoy the bliss of that which is contained inside of Jannah. Now, like a person is saying, I don't want to go to hell. Why? Why don't you want to go to hell? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Qur'an, he explains details about what is waiting for the wicked ones. When one hears about this, they say, oh, I don't want that. So that becomes motivation why they stay away from sin. That becomes motivation while they do that which is correct. I'll share with you a story that Sheikh Abdul Razak al-Badr, hafidhullah ta'ala, he mentions. He says it was narrated that Sheikh Uthaymeen, rahimahullah ta'ala, and the Sheikh, he mentions, he says, if it is correct, yani, this is what was told to him, okay, that Sheikh Uthaymeen, rahimahullah ta'ala, one day after Fajr, he prayed Fajr, and then he sat in his spot, and he was making dhikr. He was making the prescribed dhikr. Naam. And this particular morning, the Sheikh, he was very tired. So he kept, feeling fatigue, and he would nod off because he was tired. And the Sheikh, he mentions, he says that when he would catch himself nodding off, he will slap his leg. And he will say, Ya Muhammad, an-nar, waking himself up. Oh Muhammad, the fire, reminding himself, the fire. You have to put forth this effort now because you want to escape that fire. You have to say this dhikr. You have to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at this time. It's not the time to sleep. Why? Because of that fire. Got to run away from that fire. Get away from that fire. You have to hustle. Do what you have to do to escape the fire. You see, his why was well defined. What's our why? Because many of us, we say we want to go to Jannah, but then we don't put forth the effort to go to Jannah. We say we don't want to go to hell, and then we put forth effort in doing those things that'll take a person to hell. So then you have to sit back and you have to ask him, what's your why? What's your why? So I encourage everyone to learn about the Jannah, study about the Jannah, study about the bliss and the reward that the believers, they will enjoy inside of the Jannah. Learn about the fire. Learn about the punishment and the torment and the chastisement that is waiting for those individuals who are wicked and criminals and disbelievers. Study it so that you know exactly what you are running away from. Study it so that you can know with details. You can say to yourself, calling your own name, oh, so-and-so, the fire, remembering to strive hard to do what you have to do and to stay away from that which is haram. So I ask you, what's your why? It's just food for thought. Until the next time we meet, astawdi'ukumullah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.